everyone. We're gonna try something different tonight. This is the first of what I hope to make a series that will be called Throwback Thursdays, where I play some retro games that sometimes might be a few years old, other times might be very, very old, like this one. This is one of my favorite all-time Super NES games, and honestly probably one of my favorite all-time games, period. We just saw that long intro about the X-Men and everything they stand for and who they are, and the villain that we're supposedly facing in the game, which is Apocalypse. But if you've played this game before, you know there are other villains in there that we also see. So, let's go. We're gonna see how far we can get. I was gonna try to beat the full game, but I think I might have to split it in two, because there's a lot of stages and they can get pretty long towards the end in terms of trying to beat some of the stages, because they are really difficult. So here's Professor X giving us our missions. So each X-Man pretty much has their own mission to do, so. So Wolverine starts in the Sentinel Factory, which is one of the easier stages to ease you into the game. So he's supposed to sabotage the Sentinels that are being produced. Cyclops gets the train for the Genosian army. The train transport, which cuts off their supplies. Psylocke will strike at the main base. So Gambit's attacking the harbor, and finally Beast is trying to get entry to the central computer. So this is the last good X-Men game I ever played. I have not played X-Men Legends or X-Men Legends 2. I've wanted to over the years, but I've never gotten around to it. Let's see, I've played Wolverine Origins, which is pretty good, but I wouldn't count that as an X-Men game, or just a standalone Wolverine game, since you don't really play as any of the other X-Men. So when I think of X-Men game, I think of a game that features all of them. So even a fighting game like Children of the Atom would be closer to this than the Wolverine game. So you have your pick of characters. I usually like to start with Wolverine. He's the easiest. A lot of people have noted the music in this game is pretty similar to Mega Man X. Sometimes almost note for note, which makes sense since the main guy who did Mega Man X music, I think, composed this too. We don't really get this type of beat 'em up anymore, or at least we didn't used to get them. They're starting to make a comeback just a bit. We have River City Girls, which I know is pretty good. But we have not seen a Marvel theme beat up in a long time. Beat 'em up. What was the last one? People always remember the arcade X-Men game. That's one famous one. Spider-Man had a lot of this. Spider-Man had Maximum Carnage on the Super NES. He had Separation Anxiety, which was much less well received. So that one didn't get as much attention or sales. You had Marvel Superheroes, which was not as good as the Marvel Superheroes fighting game. That fighting game was awesome. Like, probably one of my favorite PS1 games growing up. Very cool fighter. Not as complex as some of the ones that came later, like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but it was pretty decent. I was like Spider-Man and Wolverine in that game. And Psylocke, I think he was there. Captain America was also pretty good. Yeah, I've got these stages almost memorized, at least the early ones. See if this is there something down here? Yep. So there's an extra. You get an extra life for all those X-Men logos that you collect. And if you're really skilled, you can kind of you can get this little one here. There you go. You got an extra life for Wolverine, because you're gonna need them later on. Who else is looking forward to seeing this costume in the Deadpool movie? You know, it's not the same, obviously, because you can't do, like, if they did spandex in these colors, it would look silly, but that's as close as you're gonna get the version that they did in the Deadpool 3 film, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. It's nice to see him in those traditional yellow and blue colors. People have wondered if Wolverine's going to be complaining about his costume in the Marvel movies, because you know, since they tend to lean younger in terms of the audience, I guess people are concerned they're going to try to make Wolverine all hip or angsty, but it's like Wolverine complains about everything. Like, he's always complained about everything. He complains about everything in the comics, he complains about everything in the cartoons. That's just who he is. Like, yeah, he's a badass, but he's a very whiny one in some respects, you know. Like, you all remember the X-Men cartoon on Fox. Really great cartoon, but animated series. But goddamn, Wolverine's man pain in there, like when he was it's the famous meme when he's lying back in bed looking at the photo of Jean, and we're supposed to feel sympathy for him because he's in love with Jean Grey and she's with Cyclops, and it's like, dude, she's an engaged woman. You knew this when you started to get attracted to her. Like, why they never really answered that. Why the hell are we supposed to feel that much sympathy for Wolverine when Jean and Scott have been together for years, basically forever, and he's the newcomer? So I always feel that was a little one-sided sometimes. They kind of pushed it and made Jean more interested in him as the years went on, which was to everybody's detriment. You know, I think nowadays they have an open relationship. Her, Scott, Wolverine, and Emma Frost over in Krakoa, is that what they call their nation state now? So that was the best solution they could find, I guess. But like, it's never even a contest really, because as cool as Wolverine was in some respects, like, he's just he's very unreliable. Very unreliable. You know, he's rarely around with the rest of the team. Doesn't really have good leadership skills. He's more of a rebel. He's a rebel who kind of never outgrew his bad traits. So it's like, going by the comics, you never really understand what Jean saw in him, other than just maybe like some feral attraction, because it looked all wild, but he was never Cyclops' equal, in my view. So that to me was like, even though it's one of the famous love triangles of Marvel, it's also kind of one of the least effective. Because at least with Spider-Man and Mary Jane and Black Cat and all those ladies, you can kind of understand what they see in him and what he sees in them, but it's a mystery what Jean actually saw in Wolverine other than pure animal attraction, which I guess is the point. And I guess that's kind of what maybe, I haven't read the recent comics, but maybe that's kind of what Cyclops decided in the end. Well, you can go screw this guy if you're that attracted to him, as long as you come home to me, and I'll go do the same with Emma. I guess that's the resolution they reached. Which is funny because deep down inside, Wolverine actually does kind of respect Cyclops as a leader. He's just annoyed as hell by him. which a lot of people are. I always like this game kind of featured the moves from Street Fighter pretty much. Like the combinations you do to do the mutant powers are the same ones you do for the special maneuvers in Street Fighter 2. That was a nice touch. When I first played it on the training mode, way back many years ago. So I was confused why you couldn't just press a button on the main mission mode and have the powers just show up on screen, but I learned quickly. I think if you had that, it would just be way too easy. You know, it's meant to ease you into the game, but if you just press the button, it would just be way too easy. You'd breeze through the game. And like the final stages will probably present you no challenge. I think the toughest ones to do are actually, here you go, Psylocke's powers. She has that psychic dagger, which isn't really all that useful. It's not, at least it's not as useful as Cyclops' optic beam or Wolverine's claw attacks. She looks great though, look at that. Like people would say on the internet today, she's caked up, for sure. I mean, people have an issue with female characters in comics being skimpily dressed. And I can understand that, but at the same time, I think if you make it part of the personality and not have every female character be dressed like that, I think it's much less of an issue. Like, we know what Emma Frost is like. We know, I'm not going to say the S word, but we know what a lot of people think of her, but in Emma's case, the reason she dresses like that is to manipulate people. You know, to manipulate men. Even men as supposedly intelligent as Tony Stark. And based on her interactions with Tony Stark, we can see that actually works, so why would she not do it? Because that's the psychological edge she can gain over them. And Psylocke is supposed to be kind of like a ninja, right? She had that weird storyline where she kind of got blended together with like this Asian assassin. What was her name? Quanon? Who got brought back recently. I think she got resurrected too after like 18 years being dead. Yeah, so she was brought back, but she kind of does look like a ninja in that outfit. And of course, the point is that she has to be agile too, so she can't really be wearing a lot of really heavy garments. But like I said, as long as you make it part of their personality and not every female's dressed like that, it's a lot more acceptable. Same as with the men too, like not every man is going to be dressed like Beast who just has his speed or nothing else. But that's the way he likes to fight, you know? No real clothes holding him back, so... Martian Manhunter was also that way over in DC before. I think they upgraded his look nowadays. Especially with the Supergirl adaptation and the Snyderverse adaptation of him, so like they had more to draw from. Like even the cartoons, I believe, started doing like a full bodysuit for him eventually. This is kind of tricky here. You wanna get rid of these guys without being getting stuck on them. Get the extra life right here. If you don't time it carefully, you actually can get stuck in there, so you want to be careful when you're taking down those dudes. I've been playing Resident Evil separate ways on the PS5, but I decided to take a break from it and Mercenaries to do this. Just something different, a little change of pace. And since I was doing one of those top 25 games list, and everybody on the Discord was doing them, and I chose this game as one of my top 25, so I wanted to make sure I went back and played it. Now this makes no sense whatsoever, even within the lore of the X-Men world, because one, she's a ninja, so like her bare hands are not gonna be strong enough to damage this thing. I know what you're thinking, it's a game. It's just a game, don't think about it too much, but like everyone else has a reason why they could damage the Sentinels. You know, Beast is super strong, Cyclops has his blast, Wolverine has his claws, Gambit has the cards, the explosive cards, but she's just fighting with her bare fist. Like, that should not be strong enough to damage that. And her psychic knife is obviously not going to work on a robot with no consciousness, so I have no idea why they chose that for her boss fight. They should have just given her a whole bunch of goons like they do Gambit, where they just give him the helicopter with the they just give him the helicopter with the pilot and a couple of goons. That's what they should have done for her. They should have reversed and had Gambit fight the Sentinel, because then it makes sense. He could just throw explosive cards at them, like there. So no idea why they decided to do a Sentinel for Psylocke's boss when the whole point of her power is a psychic dagger. There's no consciousness to attacking a robot. Like maybe if it's a robot like Vision, sure, but or even the Cerebro AI that they use in the Danger Room, but a regular plain-ass robot that's just programmed by the Genosian government, like, that thing doesn't have a consciousness. How the hell is that psychic dagger even working on it? Capcom screwed up right there. I think they just thought it would be cool to see this half-dressed ninja woman fighting a giant robot. But they should have given it to Gambit instead, and they should have switched. Psylocke should have been here, Gambit should have been over there. Like, it makes sense, right? Like, have Psylocke infiltrate the docks, which is usually a place where you need to use stealth. Obviously there's no stealth element here, but you know what I mean. Like, it's usually a place where you need to use stealth. Have her infiltrate the docks, send Gambit, since he's one of your most powerful X-Men, send him to the main base to cause destruction there. Makes sense to me. I also do like that you don't run out of ammo here with the cards, because that is a huge flaw in Spider-Man and the X-Men vs. Arcade. You remember that old game? Gambit only has, I believe, 32 cards in there. Yeah, there's basically he basically has a full deck of cards there, so once you run out, you pretty much have no way to attack. So I always found that very frustrating, especially because they give him this giant ball of doom, Indiana Jones style, that he has to run. So like once he runs out of the cards, he's pretty much out of attacks. You can't do anything. And he doesn't throw them very far either. It's not like here where he can send them like this. He kind of just tosses them like a couple feet in front of him, and so you lose a lot of them very quickly. So I never liked that game. I tried to play it because I would always see the Acclaim logos on the advertisements in the gaming magazines, but I just did not like that game. And Acclaim wasn't exactly known for masterpiece stellar games, you know. They were known for cheap games that they put out, usually under their LGN brand, logo, whatever you want to call it. I can never get that one, that's too high. Can never get that damn life. Yeah, but it looks cool too. Even before I really got into the X-Men, he was always one of the ones where we would go to the stores, Kmart, you know, Capri, Puerto Rico, we had a store to sell everything Capri. Like the pants, but it didn't just sell clothing, it sold everything. And even, we even had this, it's like a store that was, how do I phrase it? Like it was one of those nursery stores that sells plants, but they also sold a lot of stuff, other stuff like toys and stuff like that. And I would get a lot of X-Men figures back when I collected them from there. Gambit was always one of my favorite because of his brown jacket there, the trench coat. Just how he looks, the color scheme. I always like the whole pink and black and silver or blue colors. I always like those from Gambit's uniform. That rough triangle with Rogue though, that was some drama. It's also funny because the whole thing was will they, won't they, because of her power. She can't touch anyone, but like that guy's tough to take a full explosive card to the chest. It took 2, 3, now he's dead. Yeah, but it was like they have those control collars that can nullify mutant powers, so like can't you just modify something like that in a more attractive form, make it like a bracelet or a necklace or something? There you go, your problem's solved. Like I know it might be demeaning at first, but it's like if Professor X isn't skilled enough to teach you how to control that ability, your best bet is just to find some way to control it when it's convenient, you know, just just wear a small bracelet or necklace or something, and just be with someone that way. I get wanting to do it herself, but it was obvious after a while it was not an option, so like, why would you not just use the control technology made on Genosha for your own benefit, you know? Use it for her and other mutants that can't control the ability, you know? Kill that guy. There we go. I've seen fanfics where people also would use like one of Leech's scales. Remember that little mutant boy who he could turn off mutant powers? That's another idea. It just seems like it was about stubbornness. Like Professor X was stubbornly trying to teach her to control it, but he wasn't skilled enough. And Rogue wanted to do it herself, but she wasn't skilled enough to do it either. I always take this upper option because it's much easier than the below path. Over here, I think you get more enemies if you go this way. And if you actually go back, you can trigger them and get even more enemies to fight if you want. Yeah, Beast doesn't really have much. It's just his regular attacks, and they look cool, but I'm sure they hurt when you get hit by them. But he doesn't really have anything for long range except that charge right there, which no idea how he does that, flying horizontally like that with no wings or propulsion. No idea how he does that. It's like E Honda from Street Fighter. How does he fly? How does he fly across the room? That giant sumo wrestler. That's annoying. You kind of have to start hitting him before he comes into frame, otherwise it'll take forever. And you basically have to use the control pad to cling to the pipes. Sometimes he does that. Sometimes he'll very quickly go over here, and then otherwise he'll get stuck in a pattern like that. That's when it gets annoying. Yeah, that's when it gets annoying, when he gets stuck in that pattern and he just doesn't want to move. You just kind of have to grin and grit your way right through it. They also keep releasing those mines. The music here is very mellow too, which kind of fits Beast's mood because he's always been one of the more mellow X-Men. Like, even though he suffered the most a lot of the time, he also has kind of like the most upbeat, positive attitude, or at least he used to. I haven't checked in on the X-Men in years in the comics. I just know what's going on. They have their own little country, stuff like that, but I never actually read most of the main X-Men comics. I kind of stopped right around when Joss Whedon started writing the X-Men and he made them weird. He started doing weird things with them, like that's when I kind of stopped following them. First of all, they were expensive, like the price kept increasing over and over. Secondly, it was just, eventually it just became way too time consuming to just follow all those monthly stories from year to year. You know, you lose track of them as much as you don't want to. Same thing with Batman, right? There's still great Batman comics being written, but it's just so time consuming to follow them a lot of the time. You know, you just kind of have to eventually go back and get those graphic novel collections that they do, where they just put a whole bunch of stories in one arc. They just put the whole story arc in one book, even if that arc took like 3 years to complete. It's all in one book, so it's the most convenient way to do it. Yeah, I just never really took to Whedon's X-Men. I know people say there was some good stuff in there. I think it started with the Astonishing arc, right? They call the Astonishing X-Men. But I never really took to it. Then they started that whole BS with the whole double mutant powers. That was kind of weird too. Oh, it's not enough for Emma to have her telepathy. She has to turn into Diamond. It's not enough for Cyclops to have his optic beams. Like that to be like portals to another dimension. Just a whole bunch of stuff that was just weird. So, and now I hear they have that whole cloning thing going on in their country where they clone every mutant. So technically the old X-Men are long dead. It's just a whole bunch of new clones, stuff like that. Is kind of why I lost touch with it, you know. Oh, it's not Wolverine, it's his 3rd generation clone. The old Wolverine's long gone dead. The old Cyclops is long gone dead. You know, Jean's dead. Like it is. Even though Jean always dies, but still, you know, it's the clone saga from Spider-Man all over again. Alright, we beat the first 5 stages. There's Apocalypse with his ugly mug. I always liked that he had the blue lips for some reason. And I never really figured out what those are supposed to be. They surround his lips and go around to his ears. I never really know what those things are supposed to be. So you can do this mission from now on. You can do all the missions with pretty much all of them. We missed one with Beast. I wonder where it was. We missed a life, but you can do the missions with all of them. But it's better to do this one with Cyclops. And the reason you want to do it with Cyclops is because of his long range attack. The optic beam. Because you're gonna be facing these annoying little critters right here. Not this guy. These. The Brood. This is one of those horrifying X-Men enemies that never really appeared on film. They did a version of it in the animated series, but they were toned down. I guess because they thought children would find it too horrifying. So they just made them like reptilian aliens. So it was more like V, you know, the old Invasion show than the actual Brood. It wasn't really the same. It wasn't quite the same, and didn't have the same impact. Like the storyline was that Rogue's old flame had gotten kind of brainwashed or inducted into the ranks. So he was now an alien. He was trying to make her into an alien, which I think he did at some point before Wolverine and everyone else saved the day. But the Brood were always some of the more horrifying enemies. Just because what I can do is basically like the aliens in the Alien franchise combined with like the Borg. So even though the Phalanx are basically the Borg, but still, these guys were plenty horrifying. But they never did much with them, and since Fox wanted to do quote-unquote realistic X-Men, they didn't want the aliens. That's why the Dark Phoenix Saga sucked because they didn't want to do even the first part, the Phoenix Saga, which you have to do. They tried twice and they failed miserably both times. Like, it just you can't do the Phoenix storyline without doing the first part. If you go straight to the second, you've already lost. Like, it's just, there's no point to doing it whatsoever. You have to include the aliens. You have to include the weirdness, you know. Yeah, they like to nibble on you. The only thing about Cyclops' blast is that it's difficult to do in mid-air, so... There you go. It's very difficult to do in mid-air, so it becomes a bit frustrating. If you have to hit enemies... God damn! If you have to hit enemies like that, it can become a little frustrating. And you have to be on your guard constantly because they come at you for all sides. Want to eliminate these eggs before they hatch, or otherwise you're in a lot of trouble. I think 4 of them can hatch at the same time, so you definitely don't want that. We got our extra life, got our extra man. I always like Cyclops' uniform too, even though it has the briefs, which I usually don't like in superhero costumes, or the trunks, but I like the blue and yellow color scheme. I always thought this was his best costume. A lot of people like the older one with the hood from X Factor. I always like this one, or even the classic one. I was thrilled when I got the action figure of this. It looks good. It looks like a leader, like a commander of a superhero squad in this. Like, even though that strap serves no functional purpose whatsoever except to hold his communicator, it still looks cool. I always liked Cyclops early on. I think maybe he became a little too hard-edged. God damn. There we go, you gotta knock off the leg. You eliminate the leg, you eliminate a method of attack. You want to hit it as many times as you can quickly, because they will drain your health. That's one of the problems with Wolverine. Hold on a minute, let me connect the laptop. There we go. I always forget, for some reason, I always forget to reconnect the laptop before I switch it from the desks, which ends up being, it tends to run out of battery life, because it does not have a good battery life for being a gaming laptop. But yeah, the problem with Wolverine in this one is that you want to drain its health quickly before they kill you, and with Wolverine he has to get close in to attack, which leaves you vulnerable to all those guys pretty much hitting you at once. So the Queen is hitting you, the little enemies are hitting you, so Wolverine is not a good choice to use here. You can use Gambit, but I think Cyclops is better. Alright, now we know the location of the prison. And we're gonna face Tusk and his Tuskettes. Tusk was a good action figure, but one of the things of those toy-based action figures is that a lot of them are really greasy and they smelled of like that weird plastic smell that's really off-putting. Especially Grizzly. Grizzly was the worst. I don't know what the hell they did with that action figure of Grizzly, the X-Force member, but that thing smelled like, I don't even know what the hell to call it. Like, I don't know what the hell to call that plastic smell. It was just awful. I always use Beast for him because it's easier. He can cling to the underside of the platforms and hit him with the punches, so it's easier to... Also, you can... There's like 20 or 30 of these little guys here, so you can just avoid them. There you go, just go on the ceiling. And they throw mines. How does he make so many of them? Also, existential question. Are they conscious or not? Like, do they have their own minds, or are they just servants? Like, are they just dupes, like with Multiple Man, where they don't really have a will of their own, they're just duplicates? Do those little things actually have a will of their own or not? Now look at this guy. This sucks, so of course they would make the black guy a villain. Of course. Of course the one black mutant that we see would be a thug for the Genoshan government. Even though he's being exploited like everyone else, but still, come on, man. Come on, Capcom. You really have to make the black guy a villain. Yeah, let's cut that out of Tusk. Look at him, he even looks mean. Like, come on, Capcom. Ooh, gotta get out of the lava. Oh no. Oh, he's almost dead, so because he gets damaged by it too. Let's go around him. There you go. Easy. I forget who struggles the most in there. I think it might be Psylocke or Gambit. Gambit because his attacks don't really do much with the bow staff. So I think he struggles a bit. And Psylocke, just because of her power, so difficult to use the psychic knife or the dagger. I think Beast has the easiest time, followed by Wolverine. Wolverine's attacks take a long time to damage him, but you know, they're not quite as powerful, but he can rail them off quickly. Cyclops is iffy. You gotta hit him with the Optic Blast, but since Cyclops moves slower than the other guys, it's not ideal to use. I think Beast is the best option for that stage. Alright, here we go. The so-called main boss, Apocalypse. Man, I remember when I bought this game, I thought Apocalypse was the ultimate villain in the end, and no, it's someone else. Even though the game is named after him, and it has his face on the damn cover, but nope. Remember when X-Men vs Street Fighter did Apocalypse as the final boss, and you were basically fighting his fist? You didn't even get to basically hit him. You were just hitting his giant fist off the stage. He looks cool though. It's also amazing to realize that whole getup he has there is a suit. You know, they eventually revealed it in the X-Men issues of 12. That's a suit he's wearing. It's basically bonded to him, celestial technology, but we always thought he would just take it off and he looked like that. No, the real Apocalypse is hidden under that suit. He's an old man. So he's ancient as hell, but that's not him. That's just the suit he's wearing, so... It's the mutant Iron Man, pretty much, right? So, this was a tricky one. I try to go for Wolverine with this one, even though, Psylocke is, she can navigate those, barriers that they put in, but I think Wolverine's the best option. Because he can do the power slide. Slide right under them. And this attack does a lot of damage. And now he can just go up here and avoid the lava completely. Get an extra life. If he finds the other free. You want to make sure to let the full attack go on, otherwise he can get up or damage you right in the middle of your attack. Let's kill this fool. That one's also useful. I think he has the most moves out of all of them. That guy's tough. He's getting hit with adamantium claws, not flinching. Because he can also do this move, like an uppercut. So I think he has the most. He has 3 attacks he can do, in addition to regular attacks. Yeah, you want to let it play out completely. You don't want to cut it short, otherwise he can damage you. Look at all them prints and mutants in the background. They all look the same. There was actually a blue guy in Spider-Man PS4 at the prison. He was obviously a mutant, but they didn't say his... Oh, fuck this guy. He was obviously a mutant, but they didn't say his name. There were several of them actually. I think it's a little hint that it was supposed to be a little hint that the X-Men and mutants do exist in this universe. They're just not priority. I always wonder where to go here. Do I go up top or? Oh, we almost got killed there. Now this is a tricky battle with Wolverine. Cyclops does better, so does Gambit if you can get him there. It's a struggle to get Gambit there. Problem with Wolverine is his attack center is damaging to Apocalypse. You gotta beware. Here you go. Oh, come on, we got him. You gotta combo him basically to peel off his damage. He looks cool though, like a Titan pretty much. One more, we got him. There you go. That's the big bad of the game. I remember when I first got this game, I thought that was game over. We beat the final boss, it was a short game. All of the mutant prisoners have been freed successfully. Now the Genosian government has agreed to open a dialogue regarding the treatment of mutants. It's funny in retrospect how lame that sounds. They're gonna open a dialogue. They should have all been imprisoned themselves or executed. Come on. They're basically slavers in the modern century. Like, why the hell are you opening a dialogue with them? Just throw the lot of them out and imprison them all. And of course, Apocalypse is not the final villain because here comes this guy. Of course, Magneto would be the real final villain. You're far too easily duped, Xavier. Humans can never be trusted. Which is funny since mutants are humans, but... You'll deal a crushing blow to the Genosian government within 24 hours. Tell your X-Men to evacuate Genosha immediately and take your other mutants with them. I have no intention of harming fellow mutants. His hair looks purple. And of course, knowing what we know about Genosha in the comics, Xavier should have just let Magneto kill them all. You know? Magneto's, it's funny, they were almost close to having like a real resolution to the mutant issue. When when they gave Magneto that island. Magneto's problem was that he was so vengeful, and we saw it in the comic before that, where he spent a day with a regular human guy, regular average Joe, and when the average Joe turned out not to be bigoted against mutants, Magneto basically forced him to hate him and become a mutant hater because he couldn't deal with the threat to his vision. He couldn't deal with the fact that he had actually found the human that Xavier was trying to appeal to. But Magneto's issue was that he basically wanted to use Genosha as a way to wage war. If he had just taken over and actually instituted a proper Genosian government, democratic or otherwise, like, it probably wouldn't have been that bad. The reason they sent the Sentinels after them and wiped out millions of people was because he was trying to start a war against them. So he had it right in his hands, basically, the first solution to the mutant issue, to have their own country, and he basically threw it away. Who do we use for Omega Red? We do not use Wolverine, even though that's his enemy. I don't really know who's the best. I usually tend to go with Beast again, but I don't want to keep using him over and over again. What do we go with? Do we go with Gambit or... Yo, the issue with Omega Red, he has those tentacle attacks that can be a little bit bothersome. Ah, screw it, let's go with Wolverine. We haven't seen this guy in a while, have we? Oh yeah, this is why you use Beast. Because that flailing attack that he does, that's why we use Beast. Because he can just cling to the underside of the platform there and just beat the hell out of him. But Wolverine has this nifty little move that he can do. Oh, he got me that time. When was the last time we saw this guy? Was it in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or was it in the X-Men fighting game? It was one of those two we saw this guy. Never saw him in the movies though, which is a shame. He could also do the upwards claw like that, that was another one he has. That's another nifty move he has, the upward claw like that. Now we get to Juggernaut. Unfortunately, we do not have the Hulk to fight him, like in that one animated episode where they unleashed the Danger Room Hulk on him to try to stop his rampage. So let's do Beast for Juggernaut. Seems fitting, and he can take care of him quickly. Juggernaut looks good. I wonder what he looked like in the X-Men game. X-Men Legends. Yeah, look at all that damage. Oh, he got me. Oh, gotta get out of this fucking corner. The thing is, he doesn't flinch. He doesn't go down because obviously he's the Juggernaut. You're not gonna knock him down except with extreme force, but we got him there. We got him there. I heard the Danger Room became alive at one point. The AI gained sentience, so they had some weird stories in the X-Men. Oh, Avalon, I remember this. Now I remember when that one mutant from Age of Apocalypse, Holocaust, who I think was Apocalypse's son, trashed it with Exodus fighting all throughout that space station. They had a whole space station to themselves, and those two yahoos trashed it fighting amongst themselves. He also killed one of Cyclops' old friends, some boy that he had taken in, Rusty Collins, I believe his name was. I didn't even comprehend at the time why it was so brutal for Cyclops, because I never read the X-Men's time in Australia and all that stuff from the 80s, the Claremont days, so I had no idea who most of those people were. See, Magneto's problem is that he thinks he's the master of all mutant kind, but one of you don't want to follow him. Is he the most powerful mutant in the world though, or does Apocalypse kind of edge him out? I feel like it goes back and forth. Sometimes it's Apocalypse because of his alien technology, sometimes it's Magneto because of his power, the magnetism. Let's see if we can save state here, because this usually gets tricky. Let's see, save state. Yeah, let's save. Oh damn, oh yeah, we did save. There we go. The reason we want to save is because in order to get one thing a lot of people don't know about this game, in order to get the best ending, the actual ending, you have to beat Magneto with all the X-Men. They all have to fight him, so they don't all have to clear the stage. You can use Cyclops to damage him most of the time, or Wolverine. Wolverine's the best choice by far. But you want to land at least one punch on them. You know, you want to go to the stage at least once with each and every one of them. That's the only way you can get the actual ending. In case you didn't notice, I'm playing this on the Super NES Mini, which is not a part of the original lineup there, but I made it a part of it. You know, because you can do that. You can upload games if you know how to do it. This guy's annoying as hell. Freaking Acolyte. I hate these guys. I believe they're all the same guy. I think it's just duplicates of him. Like Jamie and X-Force, you can just make copies and copies of himself. I think it's the same thing. It's all the same guy. Either it's the same guy or it's triplets. I forget which. But it's pretty much the same dude over and over again. And they repeat. You wanna knock him out before you get on the platform, because otherwise it's a pain. There we go. Got rid of him. Finally. It only lasts for like 10 seconds though, and then he comes back. So who should we do? We have enough for Cyclops. We have Wolverine. We should probably do Psylocke or Gambit. I think maybe Gambit might be the best choice. Beast is not that bad. Let's see. There's Psylocke. Can we do there's Gambit. Because their stages are tougher. Psylocke is way tougher. Gambit is tougher because of the end boss. It's basically all the X-Men at once. It's a holographic combatant that shifts to he basically becomes all the different X-Men. You gotta keep hammering him with cards, otherwise he'll just completely drain your health. I hate that he can direct his fireballs too. That makes him way more annoying than he otherwise would be. God damn, and you have to deal with the freaking robots too. Come on. The good thing about this is that now that we got Gambit's extra life, if we need to, we can get one for Cyclops. We don't need... See, because they're back already. This is by far the worst enemy in the game. I don't know who the hell thought to put this in here, but god damn. Come on. Just so annoying because they don't die. There's like a million of them and it's all the same dude. See, now he's gone now, now he's gonna come back. You basically gotta just muscle through it. In the 10 seconds they give you to get rid of him. God damn. Yeah, you don't have to kill Exodus here, you have to damage him. There we go. Optic blast to that jackass. Yeah, you have to get him to half health and then he'll leave you alone. There we go. It's more or less half health, maybe like 60%, but... There we go, we cleared it. And we get our health back. Oh, this is tricky. You basically have to hit the thing in the middle. But it's trickier than it looks. There you go. Because the same barrier that protects you, also protects it, so... There you go. Gotta be careful of those energy blasts. They really do a lot of damage. barriers off one of them. That's the second one. There we go, we did it. Here we go. Now we're gonna try to damage him as much as we can. Just make it easier on the others. Like I said, Wolverine's the main damage guy you want to use. Cyclops is not that good, unfortunately, because of shit like that, where he just. This is difficult to hit him with Cyclops. You know, his blast does a lot, but there you go. Oh damn, we got one lousy kick on him. That's all we got. Yeah, this is really difficult to see, let's try in the middle. Nope. And from then on, whenever you come, got him. Whenever you come here, he'll automatically go to Magneto. So I can't even hit it with the optic blast. It's too difficult to do in mid-air. At least we got that little bit of health out of him. Yeah, Wolverine's by far the best choice. Can't even hit it with the freaking optic blast. This is too difficult to do in mid-air. There we go, we got one of him at least. He has a lot of health. He has a lot more health than Apocalypse, which is unbelievable considering Apocalypse is in a freaking million-year-old alien suit. Like, how the hell is that? How the hell does this human man in spandex and some slight body armor have more health than frickin' Apocalypse? That makes no sense whatsoever. Apocalypse should have had double his health. So you can go back to Cyclops, keep damaging him, but for now we're gonna go over to Wolverine. I think we gotta get at least one for Beast too, just in case. We gotta get one life for Beast. Only problem is that Wolverine's not really it's difficult to damage Exodus with Wolverine because he's flying so high in the air you can't reach him basically, so it's probably best to go with Psylocke. Just try to go with Psylocke for this one. Yeah, it's really difficult to damage Exodus with Wolverine because he's so high in the air that you can't reach him. And then we have this annoying BS stuff right here where the laser that's targeting you the whole time. And we got these freaking clowns to deal with. See, I think it's triplets. And they just it's like multiple man where he's just he just duplicates himself over and over again. So you're basically fighting the same guy throughout the space station. It's supposed to be Magneto's acolytes, but obviously there can't be that many of them. Magneto does not have like 500 acolytes in that station. It's the same. God damn. Frickin' a-hole. Trying to keep this family friendly since it's the X-Men, but these guys make it difficult. Boy, they make it difficult not to curse. Got one. Got two. Let's kill this fool. Yeah, I think it's triplets. They just keep replicating all over. So it's the same dude. You're beating him up multiple times. He's just coming back for more. There we go. Finally cleared that. Jesus. Look at that. He's back already. It didn't even last 10 seconds. He's already... Wish I could hit him with the knife, but unfortunately, damn. There you go. Jesus, get out of here, fool. How many beatings can you take? Is Magneto gonna want you brain damage? Like, come on, man. There you go. And this is also useful because it knocks him down, but it also it knocks him to the ground and makes him pause. Because Exodus's attack is actually pretty damaging, like that one. That takes a lot of health. Look at that. Basically slams you to the ground. There we go. Hit him with the mutant power. One more. Okay, two more. And he's dead. So much for Exodus. The guy's actually 500 years old. He's a crusader from the Middle Ages, who I believe he got made immortal by Apocalypse. And then when he woke up, he decided to follow Magneto. Gee, I wonder why. Why wouldn't he want to follow that freaking maniac Apocalypse? You know, the ancient pharaoh who's still trying to recreate his Egyptian empire 2,000 years later, I believe. Because he's 5,000 years old, but he wasn't a ruler for all 5,000. Like, obviously, he only ruled ancient Egypt. So how long did his empire last before he got poisoned by Sinister and forced to hibernate? That was an issue of the adventures of Scott Summers and Jean Grey, I believe. A 4-issue comic that came back in the 90s. They went back in time and saw that it was Mr. Sinister who poisoned Apocalypse in the Middle Age. No, he poisoned him, I think, in Victorian times. Or did Sinister go back in time to Egypt? I don't remember. I know he poisoned him during the Victorian age with a virus. I believe he tried to do it. And then Apocalypse took that same virus, re-engineered it and infected Cable with it, becoming the source of his problems because he feared Cable's power. Even though he could have just killed Cable as a baby, but still. And then I believe the Pharaoh Rama-Tut, who was Kang the Conqueror, went back in time to try to take over Apocalypse, and Apocalypse basically whipped his ass. So much for freaking Kang. Okay, this is you don't want to use the full combo here. I'm gonna do this. Ah, crap. Yeah, you don't want to do that. You want to try to get as much damage off it as you can, and then what you end up doing is you have to use that attack to go backwards. So you're always trying to keep up with the missile and get to the next platform. So the annoying thing is that unfortunately, if you don't clear the stage, Exodus just keeps repeating. So it's probably and unless you get rid of these clowns, you can't proceed. So obviously you can't use your powers against them because most of them are in mid-air. It doesn't work there. Yeah, you never want to complete the full combo when you're doing that missile stage, because what will end up happening is you'll fall off the platform and there's nothing to catch you. So you always want to make sure you only do 3 attacks. Like here. You never want to do that kick move, because what will end up happening is you just kill yourself off the missile. Can we move forward here? Let's see if we can get to Exodus. Oh yeah, we can, so we just completely avoided that. Good. Alright, let's kill this fool again. Frickin' Frenchman. He is French. God damn. Damn, he hit his own homie. Exodus don't give a fuck. He thinks he's Magneto's superior follower. He doesn't give a shit about those guys. Oh, sorry, he does not give a crap about those guys. The frickin' acolytes, he doesn't care about them. He only cares about Magneto. And even then, it's not I believe it's conditional to when Magneto's weak, he doesn't care as much. Although what's funny is when Magneto was in that coma that Xavier put him in, The other acolytes on the space station thought he was a man because he said he would communicate with Magneto. They didn't really believe him, especially Colossus, who had joined him at the time. He didn't really believe it. But the thing is, Exodus is actually psychic, and his powers were awakened by Apocalypse, so chances are he really was communicating with Magneto, just telepathically. You know, he was reaching deep into his consciousness. Oh, damn, this sucks. We did not do enough damage. We gotta get to the other platform. So Psylocke only has 1 life, so it's time to go gather some other lives. See if Wolverine can knock out Exodus. Maybe he can do it. Oh, this fool again. Just die already, man. There you go. Wolverine's claws take care of him a lot more quickly, which makes sense since they're metal claws. Damn, he got hit by his own energy blast. It makes sense they would harm him more than regular punches. You know, you're stabbing the man with metal claws. Alright, so we need to get Psylocke. One thing you do not want to tackle Gambit with you do not want to tackle Exodus with Gambit. It is a pain. Or Beast. It is a pain and a half. Yeah, it's tricky to do Wolverine. You gotta get rid of this guy first. Ah, god damn. Good thing about Wolverine is he'll get some health later. There we go, we got him now. Almost had him. God damn. So annoying. This fool will not back off. There we go. There we go. We got him now. Get rid of this guy. Ah, god damn. Ah, come on. Got him. Finally, he's dead. Let's go get that health. I don't believe Wolverine's enemy is that difficult to beat. At least I hope so. Where's the health? Here we go. Got a health pack. Get rid of this fool. There we go. God damn. Go somewhere, fool. Okay, we need Psylocke. Need Psylocke. There she is. Gotta wait for the right time. Not you. Not you. There we go. Ah, damn, we missed it. God damn, this jackass is back. Just die already, man. Go screw off. Do whatever you do when you're not following Magneto. Jesus. More annoying than freaking Cortez. That guy was annoying as hell in the TV show. This guy's more annoying. There we go. Ah, damn. Here we go. We gotta go into we gotta go past that line to clear him, basically. So I don't think we can do the claw maneuver. I think we have to jump for it. Okay. Let's see. We almost got it. Got it. There we go. Extra life for Psylocke. Who's this? Oh yeah, it's this shit. I remember this. God damn! Come on! Okay, so we cannot attack until... Yeah, we cannot attack until those things slow down. basically the same strategy as oh come on, as Cyclops is you basically have to pick and choose where you shoot. Yeah, there's no point in, you can only get one swipe and there's no point in, as long as they're spinning that fast, there's no point in attacking. Just let them go, and then when they slow down, eventually you let it shoot. There we go. There we go. Now we shoot over here. Oh, come on! Ah. He needs more health. If only we could, let's give it another shot with Psylocke. Let's see if we can... I think the key is you have to hit it with, you have to do the kick. You have to do the extra kick to get more damage. Otherwise, it's just impossible to take down the missile before you get G-gold by the pit. These guys are so freaking annoying. Whatever happened to Exodus? Is he still on the island with all of them? Like, did he go up and join the New Mutant country? Their New Mutant society with Apocalypse and Magneto and all those guys? Or and Namor or Namor, whatever? Did he go join them, or did he just quit because Magneto joined the enemy side? I assume he'd still be there, but you never know. Maybe he didn't want to follow Xavier and all those other guys. Come on. This dude is so freaking annoying. Just die, man. God damn, just die. Oh, you know what? We need the health. Let's just ignore those clowns. Get lost. Jesus, get lost. Here comes Exodus for his regular beating again. Hit him with the triple dagger. You ain't escaping this time, Exodus. See, Psylocke makes mincemeat out of it. She just destroys him. Which is fitting since she is a psychic warrior pretty much, so it makes sense that one psychic could take down another one. But it's actually her attacks. Her legs just have such a long range. She can, and her jumps have such a long range. She can hit him from way far ahead. Like, look at that. She's clearing what, like 12, 15 feet per jump. That's amazing. Alright, so let's not screw this up. Gotta concentrate. Let's do it. Come on, let's go. No! God damn! Again! Shh, Jesus. We can't do that freaking combo. Can Gambit get rid of Exodus? Let's see if he can do it. Maybe he can get rid of him. It sucks because Psylocke's the best, but I just don't want to... I don't want to die again because then you lose the game, basically. You can't... If you run out of lives in any of the stages here, you cannot proceed with that character. And what ends up happening is you basically can't get the regular ending. You just get like the epilogue, like the lecture from Xavier. He gives a speech about having defeated Magneto and peace among human and mutant kind. That's pretty much it. You don't get to see everyone else. So we need to keep Psylocke alive, which means we have to get past that freaking missile somehow. It would help if we could do the dagger to take off a lot of it, but the problem is she's gonna slide right off the platform, so you can't do it. Oh, let's see how this goes. God damn. Here we go, this annoying ass fuck freak. God damn. Yeah, Gambit just pretty much has to do the bow staff over again because it's the only thing that can reach him. Come on, Gambit. Just hit at his shins, basically beat up his shins so that he can't stand. That's pretty much it. He can't stand the pain and has to retreat. That's... Yeah, and his knees. Hit him in his knees so he just hit his knees over and over again until we knock him out. That's the only way to do it. It's the only thing that works. Because we can't hit him with anything else. Just die already, man. One thing about the X-Men, some of them do kill. You think in this situation Gambit or Wolverine decided, you know what? Screw it, I'm killing this bastard. I don't care what Xavier tells me, I'm gonna kill that SOB because he's so annoying. He and his twins are so annoying, I'm just gonna kill the hell out of him. I think they did. Cause that dude is annoying as frick, like goddamn. I'm pretty sure that if they made a comic adaptation of this, either Wolverine or Gambit killed him because that dude is annoying. God damn! There you go. So this is a war of attrition. You pretty much got you want to keep firing the triple cards. They're the only thing that are going to protect you. You cannot use the regular card. It's useless against them. It's useless, especially against Wolverine and Beast. You do not want to use the regular card. Yeah, you want to keep him across the screen. Do not let them get near you or you're pretty much toast. Keep doing the triple one. They do not throw Gambit at you, which is nice. You don't have to fight yourself. See, there you go. Luckily, he's got low health, so we got him. There we go, he's dead. Yeah, luckily they do not throw Gambit at us. But you want to keep him at bay. Definitely. And we got rid of Exodus, so that was good. Now he won't bother us anymore, so now we can do Wolverine stage properly. And Gambit, it doesn't always work, but you can use his upward kick to get rid of those things, so... God damn! It's not working, but let's see if he does the fireball. God damn. Alright, we got one hit on him. Remember, Wolverine's gonna do most of our damage for us, so we don't really need to damage him that much with Gambit. We hit his shin, or his foot. Ah, oh, got us. We're hitting his shins. That's the only part of it we can reach with our staff. And every little bit helps, right? Every little bit counts. The easier we make Wolverine's job for him, the better off we'll be. What I was saying earlier about the Brood and how they never used them in movies or even the cartoon properly. Alright, we got a card on them. Yeah, they were too brutal, but they never used the Phalanx either in the movies. They did the cartoon, but it was a toned down version of them. Like, they defeated them in 2 episodes, which... that was BS considering it took them like 5 years to defeat them in the regular... what do you call it? Comics. That was BS. Okay, so we can do Wolverine now. Yeah, let's go get Psylocke's extra life. She still has 2. She still has 2. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can... maybe now, since we don't have to get past them, we'll have an easier time. see what old Psylocke can do. Betsy Braddock. I've heard people suggest Henry Cavill for her brother, Captain Britain, which is a brilliant idea. Like they should definitely do that. I don't care if people say they're tired of superheroes, whatever. Like Henry Cavill as Captain Britain would kill it. He'd be phenomenal in that role. And obviously you can introduce Psylocke who wasn't Olivia Munn then, so it's... Oh, he can also do that attack, the stupid double orb. He can do that too. I've forgotten about that one. God damn! Back off, fool! So freaking annoying. Finally, goddamn. Yeah, screw this guy. Screw that dude. We're getting the hell out of here. Nice slide there. You see, Exodus is gone. He's yeah, cause how much range does her knife have? Let's see. Oh, she's gonna slide right off the stage. That's a problem. Yeah, cause look, it's about this thin. So it's about the size of that here. Yeah, look at how far she goes. It's just not gonna work. We gotta do the 3 combo. Alright, we got it now. We got it. There we go. Take that, you stupid missile. It should have been Rogue. People have said over the years it should have been Rogue doing this, and they're right. Like, with her strength and her powers, it should have been her hitting those missiles, because then it makes perfect sense. Like, she's as strong as Captain Marvel, because she absorbed Miss Marvel's powers. She absorbed them when Captain was Miss Marvel, so... And Psylocke can just cheese him. Look at that. She can just cheese the hell out of him. Doesn't always work, but... God damn. Yeah, keep laughing, you a-hole. Remember, this same team of X-Men went up against Magneto in X-Men #1 of the relaunch in the 90s and got completely destroyed. They got completely pummeled and defeated, so it's nice how they did the lineup basically being the cartoon X-Men lineup, except with Psylocke. Basically what they call their blue X-Men blue lineup. But I always remember that this team got their ass kicked when they went up against Magneto in the very first issue. The B team, which got thrashed in the Danger Room simulations, had to go and they had to go and get him. And he kidnapped Moira McTaggart and made him brainwash the X-Men. It's a whole crazy stuff. There was some crazy stuff going on in the 90s. Let's do Beast, because these 3 are already at Magneto, so they're covered. Let's do Wolverine to get an extra life for Beast in case he screws up. Because Beast is... I remember Beast's section being kind of tricky. Damn, he got killed by his own... almost killed by his own energy blast. The station's energy blast. Alright. Yeah, that's definitely the same sound effect from Mega Man X when he fires the X Buster. It's the same exact effect. They reused a lot of sound effects from Mega Man X for this. which I don't mind. You know, it's like the RE engine and the Fox engine. If you have something that works, might as well use it, right? There's no sense in keeping it confined to one single game or series. You might as well use it for whatever works. You know, the sound effects and the music style from Mega Man X all work, so you might as well keep using them for X-Men games. I wish they released a sequel to this. They're supposed to do a game called X-Women, which was a sequel to the Sega Genesis X-Men games, which I never played, but I got cancelled, unfortunately. Even back then, games still got cancelled, and it sucked. Let's get rid of this fool first, because he's gonna bother the hell out of us if we don't kill him. So. There we go, got rid of him. For now. I was really sad because I thought that game had been released, and I went into a Funko Land one time when it was still Funko Land, and I asked if they had it, and they didn't even know it was in the works, and turns out it had been cancelled. So that sucks. It was a sequel to the X-Men game called the Clone Wars. Not the Clone Wars from Star Wars, but the X-Men Clone Saga, I believe. Nope, that's the wrong blue dude. There we go. Want to get rid of that so we can properly get the icon. Almost there. There we go. Beast has an extra life now, so we're good. Okay, now to do this properly. So again, there's no point in attacking him while they're going quickly. So you want to just wait. There's no point in getting off one single swipe of that. Look at that, even the visual effects look like Mega Man X's Energy Blast. And of course this definitely reminds you of Sigma. Yeah, it's a slow battle if you want it to be, you can try to rush it, but there's no point, like, it's not going anywhere, and this is the only enemy, so you might as well just wait and do it properly. Yeah, it's pretty much kind of like a Sigma battle, right? Where you have to wait to the appropriate moment to strike. Oh, we got hit there. One cool thing they should have done, they should have had Wolverine slowly regenerate his health. Because that's his whole power, it's not the claws. It's the healing factor. And I believe it did do that in the old X-Men versus Arcade game. I believe it did regenerate it, possibly. I know he did in the NES Wolverine game, I believe, but not here. Also in X-Men Origins Wolverine, he does regenerate it. He does regenerate it in the PS3/Xbox 360 game. Which is cool to see. You can see his bones and muscle growing again. Or like you can see his muscle growing again in his skin. So he can look like a skeleton if he takes enough damage and you don't let him heal. God damn. God, come on, Wolverine. What are you doing? Alright, wait for our turn. Wait until those things stop spinning. There we go. And it is 2:51 a.m., so I should probably finish this up soon. Thankfully, we only have one stage left because I want to do a bit of mercenaries before. There we go. You see that move? That move completely drains Magneto's health. You can just cheese the hell out of him. You can also get him here when he throws that energy ball, or when he throws the debris. Yeah, Wolverine makes it really easy to attack. You just gotta time it right. Which is funny because you'd think Cyclops would be the one dealing the most damage, but no, it's Logan. With his metal claws that Magneto should be able to manipulate. And he has. See, you still got him even with all that. Now, Wolverine doesn't have the best victory speech. I believe that Cyclops has the best victory speech, possibly. So, yeah, we only got one life left, so we might have to whittle down Magneto with these guys just so Wolverine doesn't die and get and you get the bad ending. So, all right, we did all of them. Let's go to Beast now. Hopefully, there's a life here we can get for all Wolverine. Oh yeah, this is the most tedious stage besides Psylocke. Just die already, man. Don't even try to fight it. At least he can take down those robots quickly. You know, it doesn't waste any time with them. Yeah, it is a pain to fight Exodus with Beast. I tried it once a couple months ago. You do not want to do that. Hell no. You do not want to fight that man with Beast. It's insanely difficult. At least Beast is stronger, so in God damn. Yeah, you do not want to fall off that platform. Especially thanks to this doofus. Let's get that health. Thank God he's finally gone. Jesus. That's annoying. And he's back already. Oh yeah, there's the yeah, let's come. Let's wait until he's within reach. There we go. We need Wolverine. So damn. I think we gotta do the maneuver Damn, how do we get there? There's gotta be another platform we're missing somewhere. Is it over here? Let's see. Damn, and Doofus boy is back again. God damn, will you... This fool, will you get the hell out of here, man? There we go, got it. And let's get some health too so we can get back to get up top over there. Beast is cool, but he has the lamest stages in the game. Like, god damn. Stages are so annoying with their constant energy blast and all the upside down angles and stuff hanging from the platforms. Get the hell, get away from the fool. Okay, so there's a strategy to this one. You do not want to stay in the middle. Hell no. You want to go to the end. That's where you want to go. I'm gonna stay under here. Yeah, when it does that rapid fire, you do not want to be anywhere near that thing. You want to watch that energy blast too. That's like the rapid fire in Mega Man X. In some of the stages, I believe it was Spark Mandrill's stage that had the God damn. God, come on, beast. Yeah, you want to pick and choose when to attack. You don't have. Remember, there's no time limit, so don't be afraid to take your time with it. Come on. Yeah, I think we might only have to get we might only be able to get one punch each, because we don't want to lose too much health. Uh-oh. Remember, his punches do actually do more damage than the other characters, so... God damn! And then he fell in the freaking current. Like, I wonder which platform might be best. Like, I tend to stay on this one, but I've only done this stage like 2 times ever. And all the time I've been playing this game, I've only done it twice, so... Which platform, if you know which platform is the best one to stick? Oh, there we go, we got off a hit. Now he's going berserk again. Come on, man. There we go. It's going berserk. At least he can duck under the platforms and you know, avoid the blast. It's just a matter of getting to hit him. Yeah, it depends on the timing, I believe. Like, it's all about... You basically want to get it when it finishes up his little berserk attack there. But you have to properly time it, otherwise you're just going to get hit by the energy blast from this direction. So you're kind of at the mercy of where it stops. Like, here's going to stop him. See, we're almost done with it. Yeah, this is like Spark Mandrill stage, where if you disable the electricity by doing another stage first, then it just shoots empty, the midway boss just shoots empty attacks at you, it doesn't damage you. You know that that robot in the bubble with the electricity, you can actually just stop it from shooting energy. I believe you have to do Storm Eagle stage first, so that the ship he has crashes down into Mandrill's power plant, and that's how you get it to... That's how you render the mid-boss, the mid-level boss useless, pretty much. It can't damage you. So there's a specific order you want to do those stages. And there we go. This one is done. Let's see what we can do with Beast against Magneto. I do not remember how to fight him as a beast. Like, what's the best strategy? Oh, I guess that's the best strategy. Just punch at his shins, pretty much. There we go. Hit him once. Those punches have to hurt, but still. Damn, even with all that, they still hit him. Oh, he got off 2 attacks in that one. Do you guys think they'll ever be successfully able to adapt the Phoenix storyline? Like, Marvel's obviously at some point gonna give it a shot. You know they will. Do you think they'll ever be able to adapt it, or is it one of those stories that Fox has ruined beyond repair? That they've done it so bad 2 times that no one's gonna touch it now. You know, the animated version might be the best one we get. The one from the 90s. So we cannot do Psylocke because she only has 1 life, so we're gonna go for Wolverine. Like I said, I think Cyclops has the best speech or beast, but Wolverine's is easiest. And you know, people want to see him say bub. You know you do. So let's just finish off this fool. I do hope they do Magneto justice in their inevitable X-Men movies from Marvel. You know, this is the issue where he should be black, or he should even be Jewish. I think you have to have him be Jewish. Jewish Magneto is mandatory. Now, he doesn't have to be white, you know? Because technically speaking, the Romani people from Europe are not all white, so... But he does have to be Jewish. And he probably does have to be Romanis to make it count, since they were some of the Nazis' biggest victims, alongside the Jews. And obviously, if you were a Romani Jew, you were doubly screwed, so... In this age where the Nazis are coming back and we have to kick their ass all over again, because they suck, you want to have Magneto on screen. You do not want to wipe out one of the world's most recognizable Jewish characters ever. Hell no. That would be a disservice to the character and the X-Men universe in general. You do not want to get rid of Magneto's Jewish heritage. Do whatever it takes, you know. Make him age slower like Apocalypse, you know. Have him in stasis or something, or in hiding, or have the timeline be different. Do whatever you have to do, but just get him on screen as a Jewish man. He cannot not be a Jew. You have to have Jewish Magneto, period. And there we go, he is defeated for now. Nice cutscene there. A nice, whatever you would call that effect. It's not really a cutscene, but nice conclusion. Yeah, look at him looking all depressed now. He lost. You don't even see his eyes. He's in remarkably muscular shape though for a man in his 60s. God damn. Yeah, because this was the 90s, so he would be in his 60s at this time. Like, jeez, for a 60-year-old dude, he's in remarkably muscular shape. God damn. You lost because you ain't the best there is, bub. I am. And that's all. And of course in the comics, Magneto just ripped out his adamantium skeleton and rendered him feral, so... Job well done, X-Men. The threat of Magneto has ended for now. Look at Xavier's old yellow wheelchair, or hover chair. Whatever you think of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange 2, regardless of what you think or how you feel at that movie, I'm glad we got to see Xavier's yellow chair on screen, because goddamn Fox did not want to give us that. They gave us the toned down version in Days of Future Past, which was fine. It It was a slim, futuristic chair, but goddamn, they did not want to give us this yellow wheelchair no matter how many times we begged for it. The golden chair. And you have to do that. That's part of Xavier's whole canon. I mean, that's even part of all of his action figures. You know, all of them had that gold chair. You cannot have him there without that chair. Come on. There's the rest of the team. Look at that. Even got Bishop, the time traveler. Rogue, looking sexy as always. It's Jubilee, everyone's favorite from the 90s. Jean Grey with her great yellow and blue outfit. And there's Storm, sometimes called the true leader of the X-Men, because she actually kicked Cyclops' ass when he challenged her for the leadership one time, and she just completely beat him down. So they're co-leaders. But Scott and Jean, there's Beast annoying the hell out of Jubilee. Of course she would. Jubilee needed her own romantic interest. There's Gambit with Rogue. Rogue shutting his mouth to keep him from saying something stupid, as Gambit usually does on the animated series. There's Psylocke and Bishop, two warriors admiring each other. Bishop giving her a thumbs up. And Logan, the eternal loner, with all by himself with no one to comfort him or greet him. Yep, that's Wolverine. He's forever alone. Because no one wants to be around him in the long run. He's just so fucking aggravating. Oops, I wanted to keep this family friendly, but still, he is effing aggravating. So there you go. That was X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. It was nice to play it again. I didn't even need the extra save state that I did on the Super NES Mini. I did it just in case we lost all of the lives with one of the characters and we would have to we'd have to start over. But we did not need it. Oh, that classic Marvel Comics logo. That logo once signified some very high quality games, and nowadays is completely absent. Disney has done nothing with the franchise at all, except for that one fighting game that nobody liked. What was it? Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Nobody liked that game. Everybody hated it. And I haven't played it, so I don't even know why they hated it, but all I know is everything I hear about that game, people just hate the hell out of it. So this was a nice feature for the Super NES at the time. It's kind of similar to Mega Man X's password system, which obviously, because Capcom developed it, so it's probably much of the same team, but still, you could, in a time when you couldn't save your game in a lot of games, you could do this password feature and it would take you to the stage you wanted. If you wanted to go immediately to the final boss, it would take you there, to Magneto's Avalon Station. If you wanted to go fight Apocalypse, you could do that. You know? It was a nice save feature in a time where save files didn't really exist for a lot of games, so I appreciated that they did that. Because this game can be challenging if you don't play it right, you know? If you use the wrong characters for the wrong stages, it can absolutely be challenging. Like, you do not want to use Psylocke or Gambit or Beast for Apocalypse's stage. You want to go strictly Cyclops or Wolverine. Those are the two best, and so on and so forth. But I wish we'd get more of this type of game nowadays. They don't want to give us too many beat 'em ups, and we really need them at this time. They should make a comeback, especially X-Men beat 'em ups. Like, I don't get what it would cost Disney to just go out to Capcom and say, you know what, this game was a huge success back in the 90s. Make us another one. You know, we'll keep out of your way. Just make us a sequel to this. And use more characters. Use the other team that you didn't get to use before. Bishop, Rogue, Jubilee, etc. Use them. Make a sequel. Come on. Have them fight Mr. Sinister in the sequel. It will totally, you could totally do it, and it will totally sell, because the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games, Shredder's Revenge, that game sold a lot. And so did the other one they did. So that beat 'em ups are suddenly popular again. They're all the rage now among some circles of gamers, so it would sell. And an X-Men franchise, you know, an X-Men game from Disney and Capcom, you know damn well it would sell. That would sell the hell out of that game. I don't know why they don't do it. Disney has just has no imagination for any of its video games outside of like Epic Mickey, the one good game they did, and then Kingdom Hearts. Outside of that, they just have no imagination for video games at all. And it's kind of sad and tragic because there's so many franchises they could be doing stuff with, and they're doing absolutely nothing with them, you know. They did a good 102 Dalmatian games, 102 Dalmatians game on the PS2, I mean the PS1 during the late 90s, early 2000 I believe. They did a good game there. Cyclops just looks square. I guess that's his character. I always liked Cyclops, like I said, until he turned too militarized. I was in a kind of lost touch with him. Couldn't really connect with him at that point. And plus, when he cheated on Jean with Emma, that was one of the lowest moments in X-Men lore history, bar none. Like that was a disgrace. But I always liked him other than that. A lot of people think he's too stiff, too square, but when you're dealing with an a-hole like Wolverine, you need someone like that to keep him alive. Otherwise, he just rebels and does whatever he wants and screws the team over time and time again. Not intentionally, but just because he's an asshole. That's pretty much, when you have an asshole like Wolverine, you need to keep him in line. You absolutely need to keep him in line. But yeah, I always liked Cyclops throughout the mid-90s and on the cartoon. He was one of my favorites, right alongside Gambit, and I kind of like Jean too when she wasn't being too sappy over Scott, but and their romantic connection. But other than that, I liked her. Storm was cool too. I like Jubilee too. A lot of people dislike her. They thought she was too 90s, too annoying, whatever that means, but I always liked her. But yeah, they should totally do a sequel to this, and we're probably never gonna get it. We're probably never gonna get a sequel to this at all. So it is what it is. Disney's just wasting potential. Who knows, maybe when the cartoon comes out, if it ever comes out, they keep saying it's supposed to be this year, still got no release date, but if that comes out and it's a huge success, maybe they'll make another game like this, who knows. Maybe Capcom would approach them and ask to do some fighters and beat them up with the Marvel properties, who knows. I wish that would happen because it would be way better than what Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix did with the Avengers. That was a disgrace. The way they mishandled that project in that game, that was an absolute disgrace. So hopefully we get better things from the X-Men and from the MCU and Marvel and Disney in general in the future. You know, maybe hopefully this time period of really crappy games passes and we get more stuff like this and Guardians of the Galaxy instead of the Avengers game and some of the other crap they've done, like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. But I would love for them to re-release the Marvel vs. Capcom games because I never played them at all, except for the third one, which wasn't as good. It was still okay, but the whole team dynamic with three characters on each team, that wasn't really that great. I didn't really like that aspect of it. So hopefully we get some better, actual good games in the future. But this was fun to play. I might do it again. I might play Mega Man X or Super Mario World or something like that. It's really fun to play, especially a longer game. I thought this would take way longer than it did because usually those last two stages, like the stages they're all going through and the Magneto fire, are pretty tedious, but no, we actually got through them quickly this time. It's probably the easiest we've ever gotten through those stages. So because I remember a couple months ago I was raging at my inability to beat a couple of those stages, especially the Beast and Gambit ones. I was just furious, ready to toss the controller across the floor. So I'm glad that we actually got through this pretty nicely. We did not need to use up a whole lot of lives, but I will do this again for another Retro Thursday or Throwback Thursday. I already forgot the title, Throwback Thursday. I do have to give Lord Vash the credit because his Taco Tuesdays playthroughs were what inspired me to do that years and years ago, and I never got around to it until now, so I do have to give him full credit for that. He did inspire me with the whole Taco Tuesday routine he used to do with games like The Thing and Scarface and all those old retro games. So next time when I see you, it'll be back on Resident Evil. We took a nice break for this, but we're going back immediately. So I will see you. I will see you again on next time, either Mercenaries or Separate Ways. Haven't decided which. Probably Mercenaries with Luis and Crowder. So thank you for watching this X-Men playthrough, and I hope to see you later. Have a nice time until then, everyone. And go out, and if you have not played this game, go out and enjoy it. You know, go out, play it on an emulator, get the cartridge like I did. I originally bought this game at a pawn shop of all places, back when they used to sell Super NES games. So get it online, get it on an emulator, download it to your Super NES Mini, whatever you do, go out and enjoy this terrific game, because it really is a fantastic game and probably one of the best Marvel beat-em-ups you'll ever find. It's certainly one of Capcom's better games during the 90s, alongside Street Fighter 2 and the Mega Man X series. So go out and play this fantastic game, folks. I'm sure you'll enjoy it a lot. You know, it's an era, it's a slice of gaming from what is pretty much a lost era now. So, you know, if you like this playthrough, or even if you just like the look and the stages of the characters, go out and play this game. You will not regret it. So, see you later, everyone.